The thing is, if I win, you're just another punk! You win, and you'll be sent away even quicker for beating up the head boy!
Why'd you do it, Gary?
Because I can! Because making little people like you and the morons who run this place eat out of the palm of my hand feels great!
But I never did anything to you!
You would've if I'd given you the chance! Face it, I'm smarter than you!
Oh, congratulations! You're smarter than me! You hate everyone and everyone hates you! Genius!
The head likes me! I tied him up, turned his dog school into a battleground, got kids expelled unfairly, put several others into therapy, and he still likes me!
You're such a loser!
Well, at least my mom doesn't make her living on her back!
You're dead!
Remember this scene from Bully? It's by far one of the most memorable moments from the entire game, and it seems kinda standard for any open world adventure game, doesn't it? Especially a game by Rockstar. The hero gets revenge and overthrows the antagonist as they both fall down. However, the main protagonist wins and get out of it with nothing but a few scratches and some newly found wisdom, along with the earned respect of his former foes and new friends. Or maybe not. Maybe this really was the end for both the main antagonist and the main character. What if Jimmy Hopkins died at the end of the game? I recently came across a post on Reddit by an anonymous user who speculates that both Jimmy and Gary died at the end of the game. It just makes more and more sense when you really think about it. Not only would falling through the skylight give both Jimmy Hopkins and Gary Smith severe bruises and cuts, but the plain impact of falling from the rooftop, crashing through the glass window and splattering on the floor would cause them severe and possibly permanent wounds. But it will also more than likely kill both of them. But for some reason, Jimmy falls through, and as soon as he's about to land in the principal's office, the game cuts to black, and suddenly a cutscene where Jimmy is completely fine and without any sign of injury plays. Gary, on the other hand, is knocked out, but alive. And as soon as Jimmy leaves the principal's office and takes a look at the school, all of the damage and graffiti is gone. Everyone has suddenly stopped fighting and are all now cheering on Jimmy as he kisses Zoe. The game then cuts to endless summer mode, meaning that time as we know it has completely ceased to pass. Jimmy Hopkins has now stopped aging and he never sees or hears from his mother ever again. And for whatever reason, every single person now on campus respects Jimmy, despite the fact that they all turned on him and wanted to gang up on him. And you never see Pete or Gary ever again. Not seeing Gary is kind of understandable considering that he did get expelled, but whatever happened to Pete? Wasn't Pete Kowalski Jimmy's best friend? It seems kind of odd that you just never see or hear from him ever again in any form. So let's take Jimmy's removed beta death scene at the chemical power plant into consideration. Rockstar had planned that if the player failed to beat Edgar, Jimmy would fall into acid that would fry him into pieces while Edgar heckles him as he sinks down into the green goo. This, of course, was removed. But does it really seem that out of place for another death scene to be featured in the game? Especially one that doesn't tell you straight up what happened, but one that has a layer of happy ending, but a darker undertone and a more sinister look on how Jimmy Hopkins' time at Bullworth was spent. You never see Jimmy's posse of clique leaders either. Almost every single main character is missing and time has completely stopped. All that's left now is a non-stop loop of Jimmy waking up, going to sleep and attending classes. Outside of that, there is no change in seasons, decorations or even age. In the beginning of the game, Jimmy ages from 14 to 15, but after you've completed the last mission, nothing ever happens again. As the anonymous user on Reddit put it, everything after the moment Jimmy and Gary fall through the window into the principal's office seems very odd. My explanation is that Jimmy died at that moment and everything from then on is existing in his own mind, in sort of a purgatory world. Neglected by his parents, picked on by his foes and teachers alike, he tried his best to bring order to the school, only to plummet to his death. It's interesting how all of Jimmy's problems just vanish right at the end of the very last cutscene. Personally, I'm undecided regarding the validity of this theory, but it does seem kind of interesting and also a bit disturbing when you really think about it. What do you guys think? Feel free to share your speculations in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, before I end this video, I just want to give a quick shout out to DeadPoolXYZ. I featured a link in the video description below, and I want y'all to check out his channel and subscribe to it, because he's one of the few people that I actually watch in the bully community. And I'm sure that if you're a fan of bully modding like me, then you'll certainly like his content, so go there and check that shit out. And also, if you're feeling extra generous, then feel free to like this video, as it does really help my channel greatly. Thanks for watching.